have hired a train, and for anyone that knows the festival at all, the west side, there's a big looping road that goes around the outside of the west side. And so what we've done is we're setting up 2 turning points at the furthest west points on the festival this year. So right next to the historic Caribbean Pavilion, which is known as Jamaica this year. And then the train's going to turn around there, pick up 50 people, and then head back down south, and then turn around again at the Aboriginal Pavilion, and then pick up people there and just go back and forth. And then we have a balloon for the Edmonton Heritage Festival Association. What's new? Oh boy, what isn't new this year? We have the most pavilions we've ever had. We're back up to our historic maximum of 64 from a few years ago, plus we're bringing in 3 what we're calling mini pavilions so that we have a chance to get in a few extra cultures this year. Our combined total will be 67 cultures. We have 2 new ones this year. We have Puerto Rico for the first time this year, and we have Liberia for the first time this year, so that's very exciting. And we have a number that have been back after being out for a long time. We have Uganda, Spain, Tanzania, Cuba's back, Mexico is back, and Somalia is back. So we have a large number of countries that are back after being away for a long time, and we have, like I said, 2 brand new countries this year. Well, we have hired a train, and for anyone that knows the festival at all, the west side, there's a big looping road that goes around the outside of the west side. And so what we've done is we're setting up 2 turning points at the furthest west points on the festival this year. So right next to the historic Caribbean Pavilion, which is known as Jamaica this year. And then the train's going to turn around there, pick up 50 people, and then head back down south, and then turn around again at the Aboriginal Pavilion, and then pick up people there and just go back and forth. And then we have a balloon, and the balloon's going to take people up for short rides, and it'll allow people to see how big the festival is and what it looks like from above. Jump on, not out of. Yeah, I hope so. It's actually, I think the biggest issue we're going to have this year is finding ways to make sure as many people can take advantage of these as is possible, because there's a lot of people at the festival and things like balloons don't move very fast. So the trick we're going to have is trying to make sure everyone gets fair access. Well, let's put it this way. There is no entry fee at the Edmonton Heritage Festival, Service Heritage Festival, and so there will be no fee to go on the train and no fee to go on the balloon. So then the question becomes, how do you make sure the most people can get on it? So we're working on some tricky solutions for that right now. Well, the great thing is we're at the point now where every single item on site is going to be 100% compostable, and that is awesome because literally you can take them home and bury them in your backyard and they'll feed your plants. And last year we had 1 type of straw that was non-compostable, and as of this year we have nothing on site that isn't compostable. So the one thing I will ask people is, if you come down, don't bring plastic bags or anything that you can throw in the garbage there if you don't mind. Try to keep everything you bring down compostable as well, so that we make sure that goes straight into composting. We're increasing our green team to pick up the garbage and litter on site. It's going to be much larger than last year. We have a new electricity program, which should be cutting the electricity used on site by 15 to 20% just by more effective means to get it out to the pavilions. I'm trying to think what the other one is. Oh, and we'll be cleaning up our wastewater. We're going to be pre-filtering the wastewater before it goes out. We'll be pulling out the grease and large items before it goes and handling those separately to try to decrease the waste going into the water system. Historically, the pavilions would bring a whole bunch of long extension cords and plug into the little pyramids we had set up for power at each of the sites. So you had all these little skinny cords using up a lot of energy. They give off a lot of heat. We've gone and rented some very, very large, very low energy usage power cords that will run directly into their pavilions, so they'll be able to plug in all their equipment with very short cords. And believe it or not, there were estimates that up to 30% of the power used on site was lost in those cords. So I think that'll be a huge savings. Yeah, car free for sure. The moment that the festival opens, the gates will be locked that used to allow the cars on site. And one of the places that cars used to sneak up in, we're actually putting a tent in front of this year as well, so there'll be no access for cars. It's just really a safety issue in my mind. We've never had an accident on site, but I want to make sure that there's, continually decreasing those chances. So no cars at all. Even the garbage is going to be picked up by little mini golf carts pulling along trailers to pick it up. I just don't want to see anybody get hurt. Come down on Saturday, come down on Monday, come down on Sunday, but come down 3 times if you like. We want to try to set a new record again this year, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming up, so I'm really excited about it. Come on down and be friendly and share the space. This year's Heritage Festival is, of course, down in beautiful Hawrelak Park, and it's the 30th, 31st, and 1st of August. So the 30th and 31st of July and the 1st of August. And take a bus down, take your bike down, you can walk down. Tap car is there this year, so you'll be able to take a tap car down instead of a cab. And while you're in the tap car, if you're paying on your app, you'll be able to buy tickets in advance. So when you get there, you can actually collect your tickets as you get out of the tap car. So there's lots of ways to get down, just please don't drive.
Thank you.